What is your greatest team of all time? I mean, do you give it to Armada Android?
I think the Dream Team was pretty good in '92.
Dream Team was pretty good.
That's a pretty strong team. They were really dominant. Average point differential of like, what, 30 or 40 something?
Well, if we're talking about like greatest team in terms of differential, it has to be like U.S. women's basketball in the Olympics, right? Like that's just like
women's
that is a
basketball
crazy gold medal.
Yeah.
Like they're putting like 80 points up, like 80-point differentials, I think, in the Olympics. That's crazy.
It's interesting to talk about greatest teams because there were sort of like there's less data points. Some teams were dominant for long periods of time, and it just depends what you value. Ultimately, when you answer that question, you're answering what you value. Because like who's like the most skilled versus like most dominant for the longest period of time? It's like probably Isaiah Ken or something, right? But there's very few data points for them too. Armada Android were great. So
yeah, we're talking about dead ball era melee right now, like dead ball versus live ball. Yeah, I don't think I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know what you're going for there. Yeah,
there's a lot of good teams out there, you know, and there are a certain. It's one of those things where it's like certain fighting games. I'd rather have a tier than order them, right?
Yeah, Mount Rushmore-esque. You got one of those.
I would put like there's probably like 5 to 10 teams that I'd all put like right there.
You got haha you lose up there?
Maybe. I mean that was.
Because that's where you're talking about like era comparison, where it's like
they might be like S- or something, right? Because like right there, I don't know. I also like I didn't see a lot of those matches. You know, a lot of them were never recorded.
You got like honorable mention for like husband and wife. I feel like they got to be up there. But it's also like different, like not enough data points compared
different
to
era.
now.
It's like when there's no shot clock. Yeah, it's different. I mean, literally part of their dominance was during Team Attack off.
Oh, you're right, actually,
the East Coast played Team Attack off. The West Coast played Team Attack on, but with items.
Well, and they had Peach, and Congo was legal then, too. So you could do circle camping. Like, that is meta.
And it was a lot of, like, I mean, husband inside forward smashing from a Peach down smash. There's a lot of that sort of thing,
my favorite thing at this event every single year is just, like, there are so many attendees at this event. Like, we're talking about with the Kyle Ithay dance, is it Kyle Ithay Dance Party, I think, is the name of his band.
Yeah.
I would say 90% of the attendees here don't know who Kyle is except being the Supernova band. When he was, realistically a top 20 Melee player during his peak.
And, like one of the, maybe, along with Chudat, one of the best Ices in teams ever.
Yeah. It's really, he encapsulates teams to me. If you ever went to a tournament, I think from like 2008 until like 2017, and there had teams, not even if they have teams, if they had setups for friendlies, DizKid Boogie will be there at 2 a.m. forcing people to play doubles.
Yeah.
He is a teams grinder through and through. Labs out a bunch of stuff. You got to give credit to Chudat too. I saw him labbing Sopo holding Puff with partner doing different things to you while holding Puff to see the different trajectories. For like what to do, how to wobble as Sopo with your Fox partner. Like
Chudat has an interesting mind for the game. It's like so different from other people's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's explorative in a very different way for sure. And there's a lot of like, so much happens at the strategic level as opposed to like the tactical level where most of us live in now.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. All right, Plup has arrived, which means we'll be underway soon. I imagine after a quick Plup hand warmer.
So yeah, we got our first Puff of the night. Might be the only Puff of the night. I only looked at like half the bracket and losers, so I'm not sure if we have a Puff in there. But we're talking about differences from singles there if you are tagging along from singles broadcast. HBox is basically free to like rip res quite often.
Yeah.
The downside here is with the partner being Fox, you have to like get involved to disrupt that rest state after if you miss when you're sleeping. Usually like there's something nice with a Sheik partner or a Peach partner or a Falco partner where you can disrupt that to like wake them up instantly. But rest is still an incredibly strong option here.
Yeah, I mean, rest, each character in both singles and teams has like an asymmetrical superpower that the rest of the cast doesn't have access to, right? Puff's strength in singles is that Puff can disengage whenever Puff wants, just like fly away. I mean, that's still a strength in teams, in particular for when like you're the only person remaining, you don't want to fight a 1v2. It's also a weakness in a way, because of your inability to like influence the flow of the match, aside from being something like a traffic cop, right? And so seeing how active Hungrybox can get, I think, is going to be a key player in this set.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit when we had Double Fox against a Sheik team.
Yeah.
Like, this is really going to be the opportunity for Mango and Plup to go in on that 2v1 whenever they knock HBox away.
Yeah.
I would find it very hard for them to actually go for any edge guards unless it's like a kill confirm.
Yeah, I mean, that is the game plan. When you basically fight against HBox kind of a lot. If he chooses not to get involved, you don't force him to, but whenever he comes in, you either go for a tactical kill, like that up throw up air, or you just hit him away and get the 2v1 going.
Yeah, and we get the charge up smash. Grabs are going to be very important this set from both teams here.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to punish Puff and get that kill confirm with a charge up smash as early as like 40% if you get lucky. We're seeing the rest rip there, and it gets its first kill. I mean, and in the chaos of it, it was bad DI, but it didn't matter. Like, you had no time to react.
Yeah, I mean, HBox is, first off, what he's actually uniquely good at is weighing risk-reward and then like being very bold in making that risk-reward informed choice. What that leads to in teams is he rests way more than singles, and he does it pretty good.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what position they're going to like to hold here. It looks like Green Team likes to be sandwiched in the middle right now, because I guess that allows HBox to close the gap of being slow, where you can react to both sides right out of the gate, depending on what Zuppy's doing.
And frankly, it ends up being often like a 1.5v1 because like HBox is in your periphery as the blue team, and you're still dealing with Plup. And Plup is maybe above everyone except, I don't know, like an SFAT or something, the most capable 1v2 player with Fox, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, in the current meta, you might have to give it to Plup as just like the best, it might just be the best doubles player with their caliber of skill.
Okay, we do get the edge guard from Mango. And a forward smash.
Yeah, and they just let him go. HBox, be all the way over there. We don't care. We're going to go after you, Zamu.
Yeah, I mean, you can't mess with it, so it's better just to not get yourself gimped, because that's how you lose these. Right now, the green team does have an advantage. A nice jab up air.
Yeah, green team had that advantage, instantly gone, goes for the rest, and now blue team looking pretty here.
Oh, with a huge combo on Puff. That is one of the things about Puff that is a unique weakness in teams. You know that whole like meme about how Puff dies early because like it's low percent, but really it's like 4 or 5 exchanges anyway. In teams, it doesn't have to be. Because of the you have the ability to team combo, you can do like 60, 70, 80% to Puff all in one go.
I'm going to say something. Mango is looking real good in teams. He had the opportunity there to like double dip HBox off the side of the stage, and he just watched HBox recover slow and then ran away to go help out Plup. I think that is a really good sign early on.
Definitely. Yeah, and you know how people always talk about how strong of a tool laser is in teams? I don't disagree, but I think that the Falcos usually, like, a lot of Falco players are maximizers, right? Like, they're always trying to take out the smartest, the strongest things, do the biggest combos, whatever. It's just like the nature of Falco players. I think Mango understands how powerful the laser can be, but doesn't overuse it, you know? Because if you spend all your time shooting lasers, you're not influencing the game in other ways enough.
That is an incredible doubles play from Mango there. Doesn't go for the save on Plup. He just says, why not? I'm just going to throw it at Dare and hope it hits HBox because I know he's below me.
Yeah, and both members of the blue team smirked after that. I thought that was pretty neat. It's always good to be in sync emotionally with your teammate like that. They didn't look at each other, but they had the same expression.
Yeah, throw out the FGC nod, throw out the FGC smile right after. And it's almost, you're put into like a state of fiasco when HBox does rest in the middle of the stage, because almost everyone immediately is like, oh, I got to go for that. We saw like both Foxes bear HBox in the center stage.
Very nice save from HBox, able to get a little bit of the Puff drill, just a teeny bit, so that Puff is able to up special again back to the stage. Catches with the rest, doesn't fall off the platform. A fair amount of damage, 20 damage, but that's the thing, is like not a time for an up smash or something, right?
Yeah, you really have to take the gamble there of what you want to do, and Plup just opted for the immediate up throw right after.
Okay, a little bit of a tech trap. Plup does die off, and actually that is a huge difference maker. It is now a solid lead, I would say, for the green team.
Yeah, now it's going to see, does HBox change like his pace of play? Does he go for more of a stock tank because he has the opportunity to do so? And is right there in the thick of it. I don't think so. Yeah, maybe just going for the same pace that was working.
Yeah, I'll bring a little bit of attention to Zamu because we haven't talked much about her yet. Zamu is definitely holding her own in those 1v2 scenarios that come up so often with Puff. Is very aware of what HBox is up to all the time, and I think they're working out pretty well. It feels like the way Zamu's playing is a little bit indirect, right? Like it's the way HBox and Zamu have sort of presented, they're making their like center of gravity like difficult to hit, right?
Yeah.
Like the damage is coming out of nowhere from HBox, but it's not getting returned in the same way, and that's how they're ahead in this game. Often that happens more on Dreamland than the other stages, just because they live longer.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get Dreamland out of the way. We saw, I believe, 4 or 5 rests hit here from HBox, and I think all of them took a stock, and some of them are pretty early here. So yeah, I mean, you just take an adjustment here if you're Plup and Mango. Probably go to Pokemon, and it'll probably play entirely opposite to how this game played.
Yeah. This is, I mean, mostly because of Puff.
Yeah.
One of the teams matches where the stage does matter more. Now on Dreamland, like you could employ that same strategy you had in the first game of like, let's just knock Puff away. She's not going to die. Let's just knock her far away. We have a 5-second 1v1 versus Zamu or something. But it didn't work out that way, in large part because the rest were so impactful.
Yeah, I think mentioning like what Zamu's impact is, I think she really is like playing supportive Fox really well, because like moving the center of gravity, I think the other team is just focusing on HBox as an entity, that Zamu is allowed to do some like super lopsided trades and interactions.
Yeah, because I mean, as Fox, okay, Plup SDs, as Fox, you're more liable to just like blow up off the stage. And the way Zamu's playing is like, okay, we're going to play tanky. In order to play tanky and difficult to hit, you're going to have to focus on letting HBox take the hits. And, you know, be the forward force in neutral. And often, like, the risk-reward with HBox is the point of the spear, the tip of the spear is good, because what's he going to do? Take, like, one aerial as damage?
One aerial, get knocked back so far that they basically reset the positioning in neutral.
Yeah. Yeah, and in the other hand, if HBox does get that back through towards Zamu or something, Zamu's ready to convert. Actually falls off the stage due to some shenanigans.
This is a good suicide here if they're able to convert it.
Okay.
Oh, doesn't even need to. They both are able to recover it immediately, gets the rest back on stage.
Yeah, another rest kill, finding them out of nowhere. We have a pretty even game once again. Just take a quick zoom out. Mango's at rather high percent. As Falco, you need to watch out even more than Fox. Yeah, another rest. And that's the thing, you could probably like determine whether or not Green Team is going to win these games based certainly on the number of rests alone. Like if it's, you know, 2 or greater, there's a real solid chance that they're winning the game.
Yeah, and you might be seeing like Mango do some uncharacteristic moves in neutral where like he was just throwing out an F smash, because sometimes it does just work in doubles. It isn't singles, as we already mentioned. It's not just a true 1v1 if 2 characters are standing next to each other. Has the SDI. HBox is able to live a little bit longer there, but gets shined out of there at such a high percent that it's going to take 5 seconds for him to get back, so they're able to 2v1 on Zamu.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, as far as using different moves goes, the risk-reward is totally different when you have your partner at your back, right? And so Mango is always evaluating that. Oh, down smashes Plup too.
They had the time to think about it and just chose the wrong option there.
Yeah, he grimaced when the down smash connected. I think he thought he was spaced just far enough away that it wouldn't hit Plup. Instead, I mean, tragedy strikes. It's a possible 2v1 in large part because Zamu is, yeah, exactly, able to be hit away so easily, but it's still tough. You're against HBox, so, you know, of course, quite good at the matchup.
Yeah, and we do have the Falco instead of the Fox here for Mango, so not his favorite matchup depending on the time frame.
Yeah, I mean, he experimented with it at certain points in his career, right? Like when he was all Falco, but these days definitely plays Fox for it.
In an advantageous position here. We did that, like the edge of the lip there on the transformation. HBox might be able to finish it out here with the rest, not the windmill.
Yeah, wow. I mean, it was cool from HBox there, sliding around on the uneven ground to go underneath of Mango. But, you know, Mango able to hold it together, ends up getting a backer to close out the game. And it is now 2-1, right?
Yes. And so now we're back into the counter pick scenario where Green Team gets to choose where to go, and they choose Battlefield because there are basically no more large good stages remaining for like that Dreamland style of play because FOD is not on the table.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at it sort of in a vacuum, Blue Team did very well in the flat stages.
Yep.
Not so well on the triplat, right? Here we are on another triplat. So we'll have to see if that trend continues. And that is generally a platform formation that both favors Puff, and although plat stages are quite good for Falco often in singles, in doubles it like lowers the impact of his lasers from across the stage.
I really like to see the mix-up there We do see Puff immediately wake up, but we saw the mix-up there where instead of going for that 2v1, Plup actually chased HBox all the way down up until like top plat to get the kill confirm with the up air to kind of mix things up, because I don't know if HBox expected him to come after him.
Yeah.
You grab me, I grab you right after, waiting in neutral.
Yeah, I was going to say, they are so good. I mean, as you should be at two spacies, as watching one of them go in and choose an option. If they happen to be wrong, the other's right there to follow it up.
Yeah, now this is just a weird scenario where we're seeing that shine stall. And now we're just back to neutral. You can't really do anything if there's a Fox really far off stage and HBox at 0% is coming down from Halo platform. You kind of just have to decide where you're going to be when they come down. And we did see them, okay, we're just going to split into green, blue, blue, green.
Yeah, I mean, Puff is one of the characters that can go out and contest that shine stall, but like you said, HBox was out of commission at that moment. So I guess good recognition that the shine stall was back in play.
Yeah.
Pushed off the stage. That's the second time Zamu's pushed off the stage. It's actually Plup who's in trouble, but makes it back.
And we were talking about how like HBox needs to be hitting the rest, and like if he is, that's how you know Green Team is going to be winning these games. He hasn't been very efficient at getting the kill confirms on edge guards. We saw him go deep down, and like right there, isn't able to finish it out again. We see the save from Mango.
Yeah, several saves. First a laser save for Mango, then a shine save. He's now doing a bunch of damage off the side platform. The F smash does it. Oh, a taunt too as Zamu SDs. And all of a sudden, the game is basically out of reach.
Yeah, Hungrybox already tried to unplug the controller. Yeah, that is over there. We do see Mango and Plup taking that set 3-1, moving into winners finals against, what do we have there? Is it Mop Money and
Mop Money and Zuppy, yeah. Should be a good one. All spacies all the time.
Yeah, now we haven't even talked about all spacies yet. I mean, I guess it gets different because it's not all Foxes, but
it's dramatically
things will change.
Yeah. Actually, I think that is one of, I think 2 Foxes is the hardest for Fox Falco to contend with very often.
Why is that? Let's get into this.
Quick kills are very important in doubles because often you don't have time for the short ones.
Yeah.
Falco's ability to control the stage is important in a lot of his matchups. With his lasers, with his retreating hitboxes. Fox is one of the best characters at disrupting that sort of zone control that Falco uniquely uses because you can dash so far after each laser. And secondly, Fox is also one of the characters who can kill Falco the quickest. So you put both of those things together, and you have to be playing on a razor's edge, winning so many of your 1v1 interactions.
We were talking about when you have all Foxes and 1 Sheik, Sheik is really able to space well, and when you have that 3 Foxes and 1 Falco, like Falco has to play the role of the space taker, but he's just not as good as a character to do it as well.
In that same way, he doesn't hold down space, exactly. He has to constantly ebb and flow, and Mango's one of the best at doing it, so maybe you'll see it. We've seen him play Falco into double Fox before, and the way you have to treat it is like, yeah, this Fox in front of me, I am playing a 1v1 that's on a timer. You can't take too long, or the Foxes will converge, one from above, one in front. Falco can't take care of both, and then you're in real trouble.
We do have a fun matchup coming up here.
Is that the legendary Balloon Day?
Yeah, we have